the 7th installment in the Salt Flower Bay series, a heartwarming later-in-life romance that celebrates resilience, community, and the courage to embrace new beginnings. Set in the charming coastal town of Salt Flower Bay, the novel blends women's fiction with sweet romance, offering readers an uplifting story of second chances. The novel follows Margaret, or Maggie Ellis, a woman in her 50s who has spent years putting others first, her children, her late husband, and her community. With her children grown and her marriage behind her, Maggie feels adrift, unsure of what comes next. When she inherits a dilapidated seaside cottage, she sees it as both a burden and an opportunity. Enter Daniel Brooks, a retired carpenter and widower who has quietly lived in Salt Flower Bay for years. Daniel is known for his craftsmanship and his quiet strength, but he carries his own scars of loss. When Maggie hires him to help restore the cottage, their partnership begins as practical collaboration, but soon blossoms into something deeper. The narrative thrives on women's fiction and romance tropes. Later-in-life romance, love and passion rediscovered beyond youth. Second chances, Maggie and Daniel both learn to embrace new beginnings. Small town charm, Salt Flower Bay's community spirit enriches the story. Healing through building, the cottage restoration mirrors emotional renewal. Supporting characters add warmth and humor. Clara, Maggie's best friend, who encourages her to take risks and embrace love. The Salt Flower Bay Sisterhood, a circle of women whose loyalty and gossip provide comic relief and heartfelt support. Daniel's grandson, who helps with the cottage and bridges generational gaps. Local townsfolk whose quirks and kindness embody the spirit of Salt Flower Bay. The climax builds when Maggie faces a choice: sell the cottage for financial security or continue rebuilding it as a symbol of her new life. Daniel's quiet encouragement helps her realize that the cottage is more than wood and stone. It's a foundation for the future she deserves. The resolution is tender and inspiring. Maggie and Daniel admit their feelings, choosing to build not only the cottage but a life together. The novel closes with the cottage restored, a beacon of love and resilience, and Maggie reflecting that sometimes the most beautiful things are built from broken pieces. The prose is gentle, uplifting, and emotionally rich, balancing romance with themes of community and self-discovery. Fans of sweet, inspirational romances and later-in-life women's fiction will find themselves deeply moved. Ultimately, what we build is a story of love and renewal. It begins with uncertainty and ends with hope, offering readers a journey that is both heartwarming and empowering.